And then I guess there's a whole bunch of Project L news. And I don't know if you saw any of this.
I saw a little. I saw the fact that they have a really awesomely cool 2v2 system where you can have four players.
Yes. So
I think that's awesome.
this has been an idea that's not the first time we've seen it, but this is the first time they're fully committing. Everything we talk about where we're like, yeah, fighting games, you can't blame anybody for your losses and you can't get carried to your wins. That's out the window because Project L is going to have duos where you and someone else physically will be playing 2-on-2 against two other people. You don't have to. You can still do one person controlling two characters, but there's a lot of fun you can have with that. Street Fighter Cross Tekken did it, and they did it poorly. Mortal
Sure
Kombat
did.
implemented it, and it was not that well done either. This feels to be like the first time that it's being considered for the main mode from the ground up and not as a bonus extra thought. So it's wild to see that the way the canons are going about this, and you know, the Rising Thunder folks are like, okay, so everyone was concerned that if we make a game like Rising Thunder, we're going to give you two easy buttons you can press to do your specials, and that'll mean creativity is kind of lost, and it'll just be a baby game, and da 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 da. All right, fine. And
And they were right.
and they took it personally, and they went, you can do anything you want to do in this game. All options are locked behind one or two buttons. You will never have to press more than one button or two buttons to do anything. The most basic, friendly beginner shit you've ever seen for a fighting game layout. That being said, Clockwork is now sitting there after doing what he did with Power Rangers, looking at this shit going, how can I make it disgusting? How can I make it so that there's two problems here. There's how how easy it should be to do what you want to do, and the game says as easy as fuck. And then how do I block this mix up? And the answer is lol lamau. Right? There's so much shit happening at such an aggressive speed, and the 2v2 nature of this game is like the cross-ups are dirtier than ever. The tech is fucking vile. Like there's the game is built around you constantly needing to be aware of where your partner is and where their partner is, and you're paying attention to the four characters on screen because it's going back and forth aggressively. And like one of the wildest things that they have, so because you're playing in duos, right? If your partner is carrying the assist character and they jump in and, you know, take over control because it's handshake tagging, so like Marvel Infinite,
Right.
you can go back and forth. The person who has to burst you out of a combo is your partner, not you. So
Oh my God.
your partner has to jump in and save you from a burst, like with a burst. You don't get to control that, you know. There's also like a comeback mechanic, which is not like, oh, you get an extra super level or something like that. It is when you have one character left and you're near death, you have like less than 50% left remaining, you get a super assist that is way better than before, but you could only call it out once every like 10 seconds or so, so it's way more cooldown. But it keeps the second person engaged, so if you're four people, there's always shit for you to do. You're never just checking out completely.
I have to say that like this really feels like they instituted like here's some ideas about the way League of Legends works, and we would like to put some of that flavor into our fighting game in its own way, right? And that's like a cool idea. Um, but this shit sounds like the most fucking toxic, anger-inducing shit I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Which
Like,
is that not
I
on
can
brand?
I can see you like grabbing your friend by the shirt and just shaking them as well. Why didn't you burst me? Why did
Literally.
you not burst me?
Literally, right? There's an exact feature that I saw that like opened up, like it. I had a fucking new type moment where they're like, okay, there's gonna be a ton of defensive and offensive abilities, right? You've got parries, you've got charge attacks, you've got push block, advancing guard. You've also got retreating guard, which is I push myself away from you after I do a block. and a bunch of other stuff, universal reversals and things like that. There are grooves for the characters, and you can pick.
Yeah.
You know, like we always say, like, you know, CVS groove and things like that. Here you choose one that's simply at a certain point you get extra damage and extra defense, so just a big buff. Or
Okay.
you can choose double assist, which means you can call out an assist and then immediately call it out again to do two things instead of one.
Okay.
And the implications there are you can do all kinds of cool setups and stuff. You can do two supers. So, you know, in Marvel or Dragon Ball, when you go from one super into a second one, the DHC, delayed hyper combo, you'd be like Shinku Hadouken, Kaken, right? Like that back-to-back thing. You get to do that in this game. You can choose between those or freestyle mode, which is you get to do two tags back-to-back. And what that means is I tag in my partner who jumps up at you and does some kind of special crazy move, and then I tag back to where I was on the other side of the screen and use that coverage to do some shit. And that is like, that's the moment that I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be the most insane, hard to block situation game ever. Everyone is getting blown up by everything because you have to just see, the moment it flashes, you have to know instantly where to switch your block to. There's literally a thing you can do where you call in an assist, and they can jump in and do 1 or 2 assist attacks, or you can hold the button down and then they'll jump in and start running forward, and then you can run with them, and then when you release it, they do their assist attack. Right? You can delay it and do like mounted offenses. In Marvel, you would call in Doctor Doom, he would do hidden missiles, shoot them into the sky, and then you would jump in to do some stuff while the missiles came down. Now, you can call in your assist, hold the button down, you do hidden missiles yourself, and then the assist goes in to do shit. And then when the missiles are coming down, now it's back to you doing whatever you want.
Woolie, I'm like overwhelmed with all the options you're throwing down at me. Like, I know what you're talking about, but it's still like a lot. Like, you are describing a lot of shit. And a lot of people aren't going to be able to deal with this.
No.
Like, a lot. And I'm just thinking
like BB
about,
tag.
Like, you know, I brought up people screaming at each other because of their burst, right? But there's more about the integration of the awfulness of League of Legends into this format. Like, fighting games don't let you feed. That's not a thing. But in this one, it will be. I'm salty at my partner for dropping a combo. Tag me in, and I'll just stand there and die. Oh, I don't like the character I got paired up with? I'll just drop right now and leave them by themselves.
Unforeseen toxic fucking consequences coming out of this pairing. Yes. And what everyone seems to have indicated is this is truly the Riot Games experience.
Like more than anything, the one that makes me like my brain light up with a million buttons is I wanted that item, I wanted that kill. Like, you're playing a fighting game in which you have a shared super meter, and Darius... Oh, no? Not shared? They're separate?
No shared super meter. You both get your own.
Okay. Because if the other guy used your super, and it went bad, and then tagged you in and you didn't have super, rage quitting would be out of control.
Burst or feed. Now.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Oh.
And you know, like, no one can pretend that they were not given all of the easy access tools to press anything to get what you want right away with no confusion whatsoever. All the tactics that you want are available at the press of a button. But now...
Do both characters have to die?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not one character down.
Because if it was one character down, you'd run into the thing of like, this guy just won't tag me in. Like, he just won't. It just won't tag me in.
No, it is in fact a game where yeah, you both have to die, and the launcher button, because it's basically light, medium, heavy, assist one, well no, light, medium, heavy, special one, special two, and then like assist, and the assist button is also your tag button, is also your launcher. So as soon as you hit that to launch the character, it doesn't auto tag, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
tags are going to be a constant thing. Yeah.
What happens when somebody drops? Do you gain control of both characters, or does one character become empty?
The person on point will handshake to you, and I hope you're ready for it. You know, if you fucked up, you fucked up, and if we got happy birthdayed, then we're both eating it,
It's like
yelling
built
at each
to
other.
cause stabbings. Like this is the most toxic shit ever.
A long, disgusting happy birthday while we have the time to just viscerally go in on each other with what little information you have based on the sound of their voice and the name of their tag. Yeah, this is the right experience, man. No, it's a completely different thing. This is not at all the Street Fighter 6 experience. They're doing something else completely. And you know what? God bless it. Here come the duos. Here comes the 2-on-2.
You know what I hope?
Free to play? Come on.
You know what I really hope? Like desperately, desperately. I hope that after the end of the game, you get like a scoreboard of like did the most damage, blocked the most hits, you know, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And just like League of Legends, underneath the character's name is report, and you could just be like, "This dumb fucking bitch dropped every combo. Report, report. I'm gonna get all my friends to report you for dropping combos."
And put the drop down so that it has a bunch of options that don't actually matter. But if you're reporting because combos were dropped, it'll get registered for that reason, even though the reason doesn't do anything on the back end. Yeah. Yeah,
So,
sure.
Wooly, do you know? Like, you joke. Do you know what? Like, you know what the actual trick to this is?
Mm-hmm.
When somebody plays badly, but genuinely, you report them for feeding.
God.
Because you're like, I know they're good enough and they're better than this. They were feeding on purpose, and that's hard to tell.
Is that a listed option in the
Yeah,
reports?
feeding is totally a listed option for griefing harassment.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I'm reporting my partner for not teching throws.
Yes, yes, it's gonna happen.
Damn, I'm so happy that this game is representing something so different from 6 right now, and it's a whole other level of fun. And yeah, I think people are gonna have a blast with it. And I also think that like the main thing, because Reggie had a very concerned look at one moment. He was like, "But how are they gonna hold your hand? Because these games now have to do something to make you not afraid of them."
It's free. They don't have to hold your shit.
They never did. They never did, and Riot never has. And this, like, sure, the idea of like let's pair up the tutorial system where we have a mentor and a mentee or whatever. However well that'll work, God knows. But it's always just been this, where it's like you use the things that you have access to, and the shit you don't understand, well, then don't use it. You know, like that'll kind of be it. It's gonna be a bit wild because like at low level matches, when you're playing with 4 people that are all relatively similar in skill, a lot of that crazy dirty shit is not going to be happening anyway. So it'll just be fun, you know, it'll just be normal and straightforward. But the moment one person knows how to fucking block, unblock, set up, fuzzy, rejump, it's just like nonsense, you know. Yeah, everyone's going to get mad. But you all the things you want to do are one button away. So it's on you for not blocking the right way and not pressing it fast enough.
Funny.
You know?
That's everything about this is the funniest thing in the fucking world.
No one can say, "Oh, I dropped it." It's no. You didn't press it, but it's right there. You just had to press it right there. Yeah, Project L is looking like it's going to be a lot of fun. So there's going to be more.
I gotta say, also, like I understand the League thing that everything had a project name. Having the fighting game one called Project L is getting funnier and funnier and funnier.
Project Take That L.
Yeah, for
Project
real.
Hold
Like
It.
it's hilarious.
So yeah, we're at Evo. They're going to announce a couple more things, and we'll get some hands on with it, and I'll report back. But I respect it, man. Also, like the shit like with Echo and his like mix ups where he stops time and switches back to it Bedman style and everything. It's like the idea is just like, yeah, if we give everyone, you know, just
Everything.
everything, then to make it interesting to people who are really good at seeing things quickly, we have to make it very, very tricky and mixy.